Hey, Expediting with Lucy here. I just got a load, so I was able to escape the loves on the western side of Tennessee, where I've been sitting for a day and a half. I'm going about 70 miles east for a pickup, relatively small pickup, going to Laredo, which is well over 1,000 miles, which is what I prefer. I like long drives like that, long loads, especially going back to the state I need to get into. And what I like to talk about a little bit is what I call the human condition. I have a degree in sociology with a minor in psychology, and it seems kind of a silly thing to have, but I've noticed I apply it a lot in my life today without even realizing it. Now, people that are honest assume that everybody else around them is honest. That's just the human condition. People who are sneaky and backstabbing and two-faced assume everybody else is sneaky, backstabbing, and two-faced. If a person likes a certain sports team, they just assume everybody else likes it, or if given the evidence to show how awesome they are, they would fall in line. That's it. Well, what we do as drivers is we assume that since we're driving properly and paying attention and have our head on a swivel and take care of our vehicles and be courteous to other drivers, we assume other people are doing that, and that is not how it happens out here. There are countless horrible drivers on the road, and until I came out here driving as much as I do now, I truly did not understand how bad some of the people on the roads are and how incompetent people can be. And I'm not talking about their driving, but they don't do the maintenance, they don't pay attention to your vehicle, they don't have one of their headlights out, their taillights don't work, or both of them are out, and you come up behind somebody and all of a sudden there's a vehicle in front of you. And a turn signal apparently was an option people didn't get on their cars. And they'll just jump lanes, or they'll be in a lane and see an off-ramp and they'll cut in front of people. And it's a little shocking that you would think someone would do something that stupid. And you can go over YouTube and look up videos of car crashes just like that. And you can see how many there are. And then people just, you watch it and you just shake your head and go, seriously? Just boneheaded, stupid driving. And it's out here and it exists. And you really have to watch out. You basically drive with the idea, the concept, the theory. Just look around and say, everybody around me is an idiot. You're probably right most of the time, but just assume everybody around you is an idiot and assume they're going to do something stupid in your presence. And I've had a handful of close calls for various reasons, but the one that I saw coming a long way off, again, applying the everybody around me is stupid tactic, I was on the west side of Houston. They did a bunch of new highways up there where you've got 5 or 6 lanes going this way, and you've got a double lane merge ramp, and you go a quarter mile, and you got 2 more merges, and then the whole highway splits. It's a really kind of complicated place, and I wanted to stay away from all the merge traffic coming in, so I got way over in the left lane just to have that separation. And I look over, and this guy is literally 6 lanes from me. And he's leaned way forward, and he's got his face in his side mirror, and he's working his turn signal, and I see him way over here, and I put my hand on the horn, and I wait. And he shoots across every lane of the traffic. In the split second his tire hit my dotted line, I laid on the horn, and his head popped up and looked at me like I had 2 heads, or I was asked him to explain Michael Jackson. The look on his face of just, like, where'd you come from? This little teeny tiny invisible man. So that's what you got to watch out for. You've got to realize that people are just, I don't know what, they're totally preoccupied with some other aspect of their life other than driving the vehicle. Now, go back 20, 30 years ago, one of the issues on the road was drunk driving. It was, go back a little further, it's even worse, but drunk drivers are out there, but it's usually really late at night. You'd see them, and they stand out. And all the drunks do the same thing. They get in the far right lane, like on the interstate, and they go like 5 under the speed limit, which is the international sign of, I'm drunk, don't pull me over, look how innocent I'm being. And they stand out. And they do that little thing where they drift out of lane, and then they correct, and they go, whoa, and then they drift completely out of lane. It was real predictable, and you can pick them out, just give them room. Now, you have people playing on their phones, and they do the exact same thing, except there's more of them, and they're everywhere at all times of the day, which is very frustrating. And sitting in this van, you're up a little bit higher than your average car, and from up here at this perch, you kind of can see down in vehicles. And I am perpetually stunned at how many people are playing with their phones. It is shocking. And I'm not talking about 1 out of 10. I'm talking about 5 out of 10. Look down, you're like, seriously? And they're down. I got the phone down low, and they're little fart with it. And they're not watching. And what they have a tendency to do is slow down and drift out of their lane. And it's maddening, but they're everywhere. I watched a big truck, go through an intersection. He was turning in front of me. And as he went by, he was, I guess it had automatic transmission. He's got his phone in his hand, and he's playing with his phone, going through the turn. And his trailer got close enough to me that I backed up a couple feet when he came, because he wasn't looking. He was busy playing with his phone. And you're going to bump into a lot of this. And you need to just remember that, he'll see me, or, they won't do that. They won't be in the left lane and decide they need to make the exit and cut in front of you. They will. People do that. And it's... keep your head on a swivel. That's one of the reasons we swapped out the horn on this vehicle, this van, because Lucy's horn sounded more like a motorcycle than anything else. So we put the triple air horns in it, and that gave me a boost of confidence, because it makes some noise. That last one was like, it was like an afterthought. So that's what I wanted to talk about, was just you got to look out for everybody around you. Now, that's been the training we've all had our entire lives, the whole time we've driven. Oh yeah, watch out. Well, it's gonna come crashing home when you get out here. It's really gonna come crashing home. And something else you really need to keep in mind: if you do get in an altercation, if you do make contact with another vehicle, you gotta have a dash cam. That'll work to your advantage. But as soon as you hit that person, make sure your dash camera is on, recording on voice. Call out the license plate number. Say it out loud. Don't hope that the video gets a good copy. Say it out loud phonetically. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, whatever. Make sure you say it, because I'm telling you, getting in an accident is, the hit and run chances are higher than you could possibly imagine. How many people do that? They hit, they realize, I don't have a driver's license. I don't have insurance. I just got to go. They just run on. It is so common to this point that I've told my wife, you can expect them to run. They just run. That's a thing now, and it's ridiculous. It's also a felony. People do it anyway because they panic. But call out the license plate. If you don't have a dash camera, stop, jump out with your phone as fast as you can, and take a picture of their license plate. That's to protect yourself. If you get hit by somebody and you say, gee, let's go up here and pull off, this has happened to people. You go up and you pull off and turn off of this, and they go straight. They're gone. You're never going to see them again. You need to get the license plate as fast as you can, and if you've got somebody in the van with you, have them call it out, something. Get the plate. It's very important. So that's my thing for today. Just keep your head on a swivel, way past what you thought was necessary. Way past. All right. Expedited with Lucy. I'm out.